No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
He's good.
In the heat of battle, he don't miss.
As I begin my commentary, imagine that you are standing beside me, coffee in hand, watching a day unfold with the sort of lighthearted surprises that your construction His name Ray walks like a man who believes. With a confident stride, he places his bag on a bench, dusts his hands together as if preparing for a heroic task, and then tries to... Finally, however, the opposite end rises as well, swings and taps him on the shoulder like a polite...
Hold down.
Realizing he has been lightly touched by the very long. And this, my friend, is the earliest sign of the day before cheerful surprises. As I stand there, the sun begins to climb slowly above the sky, and the sight grows brighter. They should be slightly taller than necessary. At first, it feels as if to walk. The wind decides another tilts back, and suddenly the entire stack begins to behave like a deck of cards in the hands of a playful magician. And for a moment, he almost succeeds. Settle around him like then looks down, nods to him. It was just part of his moment. A few workers begin arranging equipment. One of them tests a measuring tape by stretching it far across an open area. He steps back, proud to reach, and then watches as the tape retracts smoothly. But the marvel of this process becomes a moment of comedy. Like an unexpected step back. Admiration. Conversations flow through the air. Someone carries a toolbox that seems heavier than expected. He lifts it with the strength of a determined competitor, only to realize he accidentally grabbed the box containing every tool imaginable. Then slightly, and he pauses, recovering his senses. But he keeps a straight face, takes a deep breath, and carries the box towards the sun. His friends pretend not to notice, which somehow makes the scene even funnier. Now let me direct your attention to the scaffolding area, where a worker named Leo is preparing to start a basic task. Leo is known for his patience and steady pace. The grace of someone who has done this hundreds of times.
Shit, it's gonna hit his truck. No,
But then,
no, no,
as
no.
he reaches a
Oh,
corner,
no.
he realizes he forgot one small someone to hand it up to him. After a brief moment of internal negotiation, he chooses option 3. trying to reach it with an extended motion from where he stands. He stretches one arm down. Predictably, he cannot reach it. Of course, it does not.
Tecnologia! Tecnologia!
It's create a rhythm, a gentle harmony that turns ordinary tasks into delightful stories. The beauty of observing these scenes lies not in the mishaps themselves, but in the reactions of the workers. They never get upset or shrug it off, and move on with admirable spirit. As I continue narrating, another
Tak, no dawaj.
ensuring perfect spacing. When he steps back to a Caleb picks it up with a look that suggests he was just witnessing.
Tecnologia! Tecnologia!
Tucks it into his pocket and returns to perfecting his lineup of buckets, adjusting them with the precision of a master artist. These are only the construction unexpected sparks of humor. Several workers are preparing materials. Among them is a man named Oliver, who has always been known for his ability to turn even the simplest task into a small performance. Today, his goal is to roll out a section of protective covering along a pathway. The roll is currently slightly stuck, not entirely to cooperate with Oliver's plan. Begins pushing the roll forward. The roll decides to shift just a little. Correcting the behavior of a phase. Then it swings slightly to the right, and Oliver follows it again, in order to stay the line. The scene quickly becomes a gentle distance between man and material. As observers, we can see Oliver trying to maintain full dignity while also acknowledging that the roll seems to be his own personality. The roll stops cooperating together. Instead of moving forward, it walks in place, contemplating whether it should proceed. Oliver pauses and places both hands on his hips. He then crouches, examines the roll with a sense of no one can hear what he says, but whatever it is, the roll must appreciate his sincerity, because it suddenly begins to move forward in surprising. Oliver raises his eyebrows, impressed with his own negotiations, and continues pushing until the entire covering lies perfectly underneath. When he finishes, he gives the roll a gentle touch, the way a coach might praise an athlete after a long sprint. Not far from Oliver, another scene unfolds. This time, it involves two workers named Mark and Julie who are assembling but they have a habit of catching the breeze. Mark holds a panel upright while Julian everything goes smoothly until a small resonance is and once he lets go, the panel leans the other way, nudging Julian down. Julian steadies it, but then the panel returns to the breeze and their reactions remain. Seeing this, I cannot help but all seems excited about it. is still mad, finally content. The midday sun rises above the sun. But before the break, yet another a worker named Louis. The bucket is full, but Louis chooses to carry the extraordinary caution of almost 2 tons. As he walks, balances his pencil on small pebbles. The way he navigates the path resembles his co-workers watch him from when he reaches the destination safely, as if he has just completed an across the site, one of the more artistic workers, a man named Samuel, is preparing to repaint a set of markers. He positions his materials neatly, adjusts his stance, and takes the brush with deliberate intention. His first stroke
I'm recording this video for you, Mr. George, because the new guy that you're hiding is no good, Mr. George.
As he prepares for the third, something unusual happens. A bird passes over, past the shadow and startles Samuel ever so slightly. His hand twitches. He pauses, studies the squirrel, and instead of fixing it, of artistic pride.
Mira, mira, mira!
A coworker walks by. It was intentional. Samuel simply said, and within his time, that every creation deserves a touch of personality. Each taking a moment to rest. But even during the break, the comedic living is not.
Tecnologia!
Instead of frustration, he stares at the ground in despair, accepting his fate. Another worker adjusting single effortless motion. The worker stares at him as if witnessing a hidden talent. As the workers return to their tasks. The boxes are small enough to carry in pairs. Adrian picks up 2, one in each.
Sorry, start, no problem.
Confidently,
Drive,
he begins walking
one.
across the site with the stride of a man ready for productivity. But halfway through the journey, one box starts to tilt out. Adrian adjusts slightly, trying to keep the boxes balanced. Then the second box tilts out. Adrian responds with a series
Pull
of
over, you don't have a tire on your rim.
moving his elbows like a tightrope walker maintaining equilibrium. Intensifies. His steps for a few seconds, it seems like the boxes manages to regain full control and sets them down triumphantly. He dusts off his hands, nods with satisfaction, and walks away with the pride of someone who has overcome a challenge only he truly understands. Nearby, another worker named Felix is checking a set of boards. He leans one board against a stack, and rest while he inspects another. However, the board has its own limits. It slowly begins moving forward without Felix noticing. Just as it is about to touch the ground, Felix turns around. He stands still for a moment, impressed by his own reflexes. His coworker across the is absolutely untouchable. The conversations become more lively. The song And so the narration goes on, through every corner of the site, capturing each iconic gesture, each human sequence, each sudden As the afternoon establishes its steady rhythm, the construction site becomes a blend of soft pattern, purposeful footsteps.
Watch it, baby, watch it.
Naturally, whenever people concentrate deeply on a thoughtful man who always believes in double-checking even songs and it is He places the first marker, steps back, observes it closely, and then adjusts it by a fraction of a millimeter. Satisfied, he places the second marker, then steps back again, analyzing the line.
Where did the popcorn machine go? Poof!
But
Just like that.
through the alignment process, Henry notices an unexpected issue. The shadow cast by a nearby structure makes the markers appear slightly misaligned. Henry tilts his head left, then right, trying to determine whether the markers are true or whether the accepts the compliment as though he just finished constructing an entire building. Not far away, a worker named Nolan is preparing materials for the next stage of the site. Nolan is known for his calm manner and the way he approaches the with care and places it gently onto the stack. Just as he finishes, a light breeze stirs the air. One corner of the top board lifts slightly, almost playfully. Nolan notices the shift, stands still for a moment to see if the breeze will return. It does. The board lifts by the tiniest measure, as though refusing to settle. Nolan smiles, as if accepting that even a board can have its own preferences. Are measuring a section of the site. The tape snaps with the side. His eyebrows raise just enough for Mason to notice the micro-expression of surprise. Mason laughs softly, not in a mocking way, but with the quiet amusement of someone who has experienced the same unexpected recoil many times. Leonard holds the tape again. Organizing tools on a small table. Finishes, he stands back and observes the arrangement with pride. But as he turns to leave, he accidentally nudges the corner of the table with his knee. The tools shift slightly, as if reacting collectively to the gentle bump. Elliot looks back with mild disbelief, then carefully repositions their hands. He steps away slowly, watching the tools out of the corner of his eye to ensure they stay still. Satisfied, he walks off confidently, as though he has just resolved a diplomatic situation between himself and the table. Across the site, the sound of light-hearted conversation begins to rise. Another pair debates the best sandwich in the region, speaking with passion and culinary experts. A few workers relax for a moment, despite the labor, the atmosphere is gentle yet firm approach.
Bro, you gotta go faster. How do you hear that? Quick.
Bends down, draws a line, steps back, checks the alignment. Then he reaches in his hands and he picks it up, draws the pencil. Then places the pencil inside his shirt pocket so it can no longer escape. With this small victory achieved, he continues his work. As the afternoon stretches into later hours, the soft golden beam begins to overlay the construction. Shadows move, and the light flickers gently as it passes through stone. This natural shift steady. One of the next amusing scenes involves a worker named Patrick. He is organizing a bundle of cables, carefully to avoid tangling. His technique is one end slips free and unwinds just enough to disrupt the symmetry. Patrick pauses, examining the slight imperfection as though assessing a puzzle. He slowly recoils the loose section, restores the perfect circle, and then secures it with a band. The satisfaction on his face is unmistakable. As I stand there, he sees a gentle sense of appreciation settles over me. It is a stage filled with countless small moments that reflect the humanity, humor, and spirit of the people working here. Every action, every small accident, every improvised solution contributes to the determined workers, it seems that direct themselves to the as the steady pace, but the natural stream of amusing moments continues as effortlessly as ever. I shift my attention toward a worker named Marcus, who is methodically organizing a set of small markers in the ground. Marcus is known for his often beyond the meticulousness of someone's his patience and gentleness.
हे प्रभु हे हरि राम कृष्ण
The slots is slightly narrower than the rest. He attempts to slide the marker leans sideways and settles against the edge instead. Marcus tries adjusting his hand. He still refuses to sit up. After several attempts, he squints at his son as though expecting him to explain. He taps the crate, as if trying to remind him to cooperate. The crate remains unmoved. Marcus sighs softly, rotates the marker 90 degrees, and tries again. This time, the gentle fits perfectly. As the action reverses, then closes the lid on the crate with an air of triumph. Nearby, the next scene develops with a worker named Damon, who is preparing chalk lines along a temporary walkway. He stretches a chalk string across the path, pulling it taut. With a satisfying precision. Encouraged, Damien moves on to the next section, repeating the process. Everything proceeds flawlessly until a small patch of uneven ground causes him to lose balance for just a moment. The chalk line flicks upward and leaves a faint